Good morning, children. This is chapter 4 quadratic equation, and we are learning the topic solutions of quadratic equation. And we have done method 1 for solving a quadratic equation, and it was the factorization method. As I have mentioned yesterday, that the second method, which is the completing the square method, has been excluded from our syllabus. So we'll be doing method 3, and the method 3 is using the quadratic formula. So here in this method, we'll use the quadratic formula directly in the equations and get the required value for x. Alright, now see what the quadratic formula is. The roots of the quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a not equal to 0 are given by x equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by twice a, provided if b square minus 4ac is greater than equal 0. Now before I start the method, you must understand that we are going to apply this formula directly in the equation. Alright, and this from where this formula has come, this derivation you can of course try, but it's not again in the syllabus, so we are not going to discuss the derivation of this formula. We will be using this formula directly in the equation. Now how to find the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c a not equal to 0. Now you need to simply put the value of a, b and c in the quadratic formula to get the value of x. Now while doing so, okay, so you will be putting the value of a, b here and a and c here. Then you will get two values of x because it is a quadratic equation. Degree is 2, it has two zeros, two roots. So while solving this, you will be getting two values. You will be getting two values for x. One is for this plus sign you have to take, another one you have to take for the minus sign. Let me explain one example. Then you'll understand how to get the roots of this sort of quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. One thing you must also understand that this b square minus 4ac, should be either greater than 0 or should be equal to 0. That means it should not be less than 0. Let me start with that topic first. X equal to, the formula is x equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by twice a. Now this b square minus 4ac, if it is less than 0, supposing you are doing the calculation by putting the values of b, a and c, and you got this value of b square minus 4ac, suppose minus 3, then you need to put the value of b square minus 4ac here, minus 3. Is it okay? Which is not a real number. Is it okay? So all real numbers, whatever imagine what is that rational and irrational number you have, this under the square root you have all plus sign, but for this particular situation you will be getting a minus 3, which is an imaginary number. Okay, so we say that this is an imaginary number. Imaginary is not real. Okay, just since it is imaginary, we say the real root does not exist. So real root will not exist if this b square minus 4ac less than 0. So while solving a quadratic equation using this quadratic formula, we will always see first whether this b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 or equal to 0. If it is so, we'll try solving the quadratic equation because we'll be getting some real roots. But if this b square minus 4ac is less than 0, for example minus 3 here, then square root of minus 3 will be coming. Square root of minus 3, is an imaginary number, so it's not real. That means the real root does not exist. Okay, now I just give an example to explain this method. Supposing you have an equation like twice x square minus 5x plus 3. Is it okay? This is a quadratic equation. Now here a is the coefficient of x square, 2. B is the coefficient of x. How much? B is the coefficient of x means minus 5. C is the constant term, so C is 3. Now before you start the roots, to get the roots of the equation, first you find out what should be b square minus 4ac for this particular equation. Okay, so b square means it is minus 5 whole square minus 4ac. A is 2 into 3. Okay, now minus 5 square is 25, 4 to the 8 is a 24. Okay, so 25 minus 24 is 1, which is greater than 0. Now since it is greater than 0, so b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, so we say the real roots exist. Now since real root exists, we can find the real root using the formula x equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by twice a. Alright, now d is equal to, you put it simply there, this minus b is minus of minus 5, so it will be minus of minus 5 plus minus root over b square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac, you just now you got 1, so square root of 1 divided by twice a, 2 into a is again 2, this 2. Okay, so now you simplify this and you will get two required values, two required roots for x. I repeat once again, this b square minus 4ac you need to check first. It should be either greater than 0 or equal to 0. And if it is less than 0, we say real roots does not exist. And b square minus 4ac is sometimes also called as discriminant. Alright, so we'll be solving the equations now using this quadratic formula. Alright.